Hi, this is DSL and you are watching Defined Stop Loss. This program is sponsored by Mrs. NB. So in front of us we have got a daily chart of Canara Bank. Here we can see the stock is making lower lows. The pattern here we can clearly see that every time the stock is shifting its lows, which is clearly visible to our naked eye, and lower highs and equal lows, so the lows are equal. So here we can see a falling wedge pattern also, we can call it as a falling wedge pattern also. This is a wedge. So if we have to see any meaningful moment in the stock, then it has to come out of this falling wedge. So here we can say this is the wedge, and the stock has to come out of this falling wedge and make a pattern something like this, which I have recently drawn. So we see the super trend of the stock is still negative, and the last candle was, it was a 3.19%, you can see. And here if I zoom out, here you can see the stock has taken a rejection from this level. So here we can see the presence of sellers. So that long wick is telling the story that there is a presence of sellers. The sellers are sitting on the top of it, and they are not allowing the stock to cross the super trend. When the stock price crosses above this red line, that will be the time when the stock will become positive. Its super trend will become positive. But what we are seeing here is that the sellers are not allowing it to cross 132.119, which is a line. If the stock crosses that level, then the people who are on the short side, they will exit, and the people who are long, they will enter in the stock. So the last day trading session, we had seen a good move, and the move was approximately of 3.19%, and the volumes are also above average volumes. Here you can clearly see it was a good candle, good King Morupozu candle, but only the wick is this wick is there is something, a problem in it. So one thing with what we have to understand is the stock's super trend is still negative, though the stock is trading above its 20-day simple moving average, which comes to 129.13. This is the 20-day simple moving average of stock, and the stock is trading above 129. But at the same time, the stock's super trend is still negative. If you give 1 marks for being at the above 20-day SMA, then you have to give 1 negative marks to the stock for being below the being super trend negative. So if we see the stock is trading above 50-day SMA, or is it the stock is trading above? So you can clearly see the stock has taken exactly resistance from the 50-day SMA. Its 50-day SMA is 139, and the stock, most of the time the stock is below its 50-day SMA also. That means the stock's medium term outlook is negative, even though it's ultra short term. 20-day SMA is an ultra short term. So even though it's ultra short term outlook is positive, but its medium term outlook is still a negative. That we have to clearly understand by looking at the chart, which is clearly visible to our naked eyes also. And as far as RSI is concerned, the RSI is at 50 level, or is it RSI at 60 level, or is it at 65 level? That we have to check it out, and we'll see. And the RSI is exactly at 49.64 level, which means it is not at all encouraging. We want an RSI of at least above 50, at least 60. So that is considered to be good. So even though the RSI is sloping upwards from the lower levels, From the 40 level it has come to 50 level, but even then the RSI is not very encouraging. And as far as DMI is concerned, the value of ADX is at 18 level, which means the stock is at sideways. There is no momentum in the stock, neither there is a positive momentum in the stock, neither there is negative momentum in the stock. We can say that the stock is a flat. The stock is stuck in a zone. The stock is consolidating. So if we, and as far as our MACD is concerned, we will take what the MACD has to say. Here we can see the MACD and signal line are both below zero line, right? Here we can clearly see both are below zero line, and our MACD line is below signal line, which is a sign of negativity in the stock. This is the MACD line, orange line. This is the signal line. So here we can see the double negativity. First negativity is that our MACD line is below signal line, and the second negativity is that both signal line and MACD line are below zero line. This is a zero line. And third negativity is that we are seeing the presence of red bars. We want bars of green color. We want bars of a dark green color, which is not visible in the stock. So to sum up in the stock, so that if we have to sum up, so what we can safely say is that the stock is not at all in a positive momentum, even though its 20-day SMA is at positive levels. So if someone has to take a position in the stock, if someone has to take position, has it cleared 128.79 is the, and 128.78. So even it is below 20-day SMA also. It has not crossed. Here you can clearly see it has not crossed. It is below 20-day SMA also. So if someone has to enter in the stock, then his stop loss has to be the base of this candle, because this stock doesn't have the strength, this stock doesn't have the energy to go far places. Of course it can give some returns of 4 to 5%. Apart from that, this stock doesn't have the energy, neither the stock has a momentum, because all the indicators are negative. The stock is trading below 20-day SMA, its super trend is negative, its RSI is below 50, its MACD is flat, its MACD and signal line are below zero line, and its ADX value is also 18, which means there's a lack of any momentum in the stock. So friends, we will meet in the next video. Till then, good luck, bye bye, take care, thank you.